One day, the pugs thought it wouldn't be an exciting day at all. They just wanted to chill out and eat pizza. But after they thought a while, they figured out they didn't have any pizza and they'd have to go down to Earth to find some. The pugs were surprised and horrified by the idea. The cats lived down on Earth, so they were scared that the cats would scratch them or do other bad things to them. Because a couple days ago, they had battled the cats. They didn't know what to do, but they came up with a plan. After about 5 hours, they came up with the greatest plan yet. They figured out that when it was midnight, the cats would always go to sleep. They'd actually go to sleep before midnight, so they thought that if they went to sleep early, then they could go and they could grab the pizza. They went down to Earth at midnight, and they wanted to see if the cats were awake. So they looked down in every single window in town to see if there were any cats. All the cats that they were found were sleeping. The pugs were still kind of paranoid, so they went all the way back home and got special headphones that blocked out all of the noise. They got all of the headphones that they could find, put it on every single cat, and then they went in every single house and looked for the pizza. By the time the pugs had gotten most of the pizza, it was already morning time, but the pugs still weren't done searching. The cats finally woke up, took off the headphones, and they were mad. They saw the pugs and they captured them and brought them all the way back to Pugtonian. When they got to the planet, they said to give them every single thing that they stole back from them, or they would destroy their planet. The pugs refused because they love pizza that much. But at that time, it was too late. The cats had already began destroying the whole town. The pugs were furious, and they figured out that they needed a weapon too. They needed to find something even more powerful than any of the missiles that the cats had. They needed to find something, and they needed to build their town back up. The pugs were so mad, but they knew that they would eventually outsmart the cats. So they went to a very, very special store on Pugtonian. When they did that, they got all of the weapons they could. The cats had missiles, but they got something even better. They got power washers, but they got the strongest type. They got power washers, they got spray bottles, they got spray guns, and finally, they got the biggest thing of all, the water nuke launcher. It would launch nukes that exploded and turned into water. They finally knew that they had outsmarted the cats, so they were happy with what they bought. They'd spent millions of $1,000s on what they got, but they knew that they'd still be able to recover the town and make the cats go away. Since they knew that they were happy, they finally went where the cats were, which was Earth. They went to Earth and they took all of their weapons. They sprayed and they shot and they did every single thing they could. They took the power washer and they sprayed all the cats in the face. They threw water on them. Even sometimes, some of the pugs would take the cats and throw them in the waterfall. The cats really ate water, so that was a really good weapon. After that, the cats were mad. But the pugs knew that the cats would come back, so they kept all of their weapons out. They were ready because the cats came back. They only went back to their planet for about 5 minutes to dry off, but they came back. They came back with their missiles. But one of the pugs, they were so brave, they took a power washer and squirted the missile. It soaked the missile, and then the missile didn't work. Then the pugs kept squirting and squirting the cats until finally they ran out of water. They were mad, but they knew that they would still win. They took their water nuke and they launched it into the air. It fell on the ground and exploded. They did it again and again and again and again. It was thousands of millions of dollars wasted, but they still had lots of money to recover the town. The cats went away scared of the pugs, but you know what? The cats would still come back. And the pugs knew that too. So the pugs watched out, but they knew that they had defeated the cats for now, and that was good.